Coach, just sort of how do you evaluate the way things sort of went offensively? I know they're not a ton of points, but you guys controlled things, and that just seemed like a good high point for this offense lately.
Yeah, there were a lot of positives in the game. Not having any penalties. Finally coming out of a game with 0 turnovers was really good. Not to say we're always a big ball control, try to own time of possession team, but versus that team, to go out and hold the ball for 38 minutes is a good thing, keeping your defense off the field, keeping their offense off the field mainly. And still just when we have opportunities to make a play, we got to make them. We had a couple opportunities to make the downfield throws and didn't hit them once again. So, that part gets to be a little frustrating. I think it's frustrating to everybody. And, obviously those are things that kind of late in the season as we hit this grind that we're going to have to do in order to go beat really good football teams.
That sort of seems like a rare thing where you hold the ball for 38 minutes, but the offense also doesn't commit a turnover and doesn't commit a penalty. I know you didn't put up a lot of points, but and you've coached offense at different places for a while. Where does that sort of rank just as far as just one of those rarities where an offense just doesn't make a mistake considering how long?
Yeah, I don't know that I've ever been around a team that had the ball for 38 minutes and only scored 17 points. I think that's hard to do. We got to be a lot better in the red zone, both us as coaches and play calling and execution down there. Again, I think we have some opportunities at times where we can make plays and it didn't happen. But then again, as coaches, we got to put our players in more opportunities and better opportunities to allow them to go score more touchdowns.
This Charlotte defense has allowed a lot of points. What are some of the holes that you see that teams have been able to sort of exploit there this year?
Well, if you watch them play Clemson, yeah, there's some holes. That's
the only team they played though.
That's a good football team. There's some things that we maybe can go after. They got 2 defensive ends that are probably 2 of the better D ends. The kid from UAB is probably one of the better interior players we played, but these 2 defensive ends will probably be 2 of the better D ends we'll play all year. Number 5 and number 40 both do a really good job out on the edge, pass rush, and we will have to have a plan for both of them. We'll have a huge challenge again on our hands. I'm not the type of coach that, first off, not going to give them anything, but also, with our guys, where we're at offensively, I don't think we can take anything for granted. Every week so far has kind of been a struggle for us, and hopefully we can get over the hump this week.
You mentioned the 2 defensive ends, but you guys have played some really tough defensive lines so far. Just how much does that help prepare, and just knowing that you guys have had some tape against good guys in preparation for these two
Yeah, I think we're battle tested for sure. Yeah, I think our line has done a decent job up to this point of both in the run game and in the passing game of allowing us to go, the opportunities to go make plays. I think those guys are continuing to gel together. We've been fortunate to be able to play the same 5 majority of the time this season, so that's been a good thing. Those, like I told you at the beginning of the year, those guys are our best players. Our O-line is probably our best position unit on our offense. So your best players have to play well week in and week out to give yourself a chance to win.
So obviously, Army was a big win. Coach said it was somewhat of a statement win that y'all needed. What do you got to do to stay focused this week and avoid kind of a letdown after that win?
Well, offensively, I hope our kids don't think we're anywhere close to where we want to be. I could understand our defense thinking they were pretty good because, quite frankly, right now they are. But offensively, I hope our kids don't realize that we're kind of piggybacking off of them right now. And we got a long way to go on our side of the ball, that's for sure. We're hitting a 6-game stretch here at the end where not only are they huge conference games, but they're going to be tough opponents, and we're going to play some really, really good offenses where we're going to have to go put up 30-plus points to give ourselves a chance. And I don't, coming from what's come out of my mouth to our offense, I don't think they're going to have any problem understanding that we got a long way to go.